Okay, let's just dive right in. Look, we are all drowning in information, right? We've got reports, articles, videos, notes. It's just scattered everywhere. And AI, it promised to be this amazing life raft, but a lot of the time, it just adds to the chaos, leaving us wondering, okay, is this real or did the AI just make that up? And the real issue is this. Most AI tools out there are generalists. They pull from the entire, messy, and often flat out wrong internet. That's where you get those crazy hallucinations and, of course, those big privacy concerns. But there is a totally different way to think about this. It's a fundamental shift called grounded AI. And instead of knowing a little about everything, it knows everything about one thing, your information. So in this explainer, we're going to walk through this huge shift. We'll cover how to build your very own personal AI brain, how to turn it into the ultimate research assistant. We'll look at the real-world impact this is having, and we're going to end with a powerful new strategy that could completely change how you work. So, what is this new way of working with AI? Well, it's about creating a personal tool that thinks less like some random search engine and a lot more like a super meticulous personal librarian, one that has read every single thing you've given it and absolutely nothing else. And here's the key difference, right here. This kind of AI works only with your specific stuff. Every single answer, every summary, every bit of analysis is based exclusively on the documents you provide. It literally cannot invent facts, because if the answer isn't in your sources, it just tells you. Simple as that. And getting started is just so simple. First, you add your sources, all the documents you want the AI to learn. Then you just ask questions, in plain English. And bam, you get answers with these little clickable citations that take you to the exact passage in your original document. So no more guessing where an answer came from. And you can feed it pretty much anything. I mean, you can transform your entire scattered digital life. We're talking Google Docs, PDFs, website links, even YouTube video transcripts and photos of your handwritten notes on a whiteboard into one single, unified, and instantly searchable knowledge base. It's amazing. Okay, so let's move on to the features, because this is where a personal AI really becomes a true powerhouse. NotebookLM doesn't just sit on your information. It helps you synthesize it, transform it, and discover totally new insights you didn't even know were there.
And this really gets at the idea of one-to-many. You can take a single set of sources and just instantly repurpose it in countless ways. Imagine turning your project notes into an AI-generated podcast to listen to on your commute, or creating flashcards to prep for a huge presentation. You can even get it to generate a mind map to see connections you never would have spotted on your own.
Now that audio feature just got a major upgrade with all new formats. You can choose the exact output you need. So if you want a quick bite-sized summary, pick brief. Need to find the holes in your strategy? Ask for a critique. You can even generate a debate to pressure test your ideas by hearing two AI hosts argue different perspectives, all pulled directly from your materials. How cool is that? So, this is all fantastic for working with information you already have. I mean, it's a total game changer. But what happens when you need to find new information, when you have to go out and navigate the wild west of the open web?
Well, this is where the new deep research feature comes in. And honestly, it functions like a human analyst. You give it a question, and it builds a strategic research plan. It scours hundreds of live web pages, evaluates what it finds, and then it synthesizes everything into an organized, structured report where every single claim is cited right back to the source.
And the impact is just staggering. I mean, this isn't some small improvement. This is a phase shift in productivity. Case studies are showing that complex research tasks that used to take 3 hours of grinding manual work can now be done with more detail in just 3 minutes. That is a 60 times increase in speed. So how does this actually translate into real-world value? Because this isn't just theoretical. Professionals in really high-stakes fields are already using this to streamline incredibly complex work. Take the legal field, for example. I mean, a lawyer is just buried in documents, right? Case law, client files, internal memos. Instead of manually cross-referencing thousands and thousands of pages to find one tiny contradiction, they can now upload the entire case file and just instantly build a timeline or surface inconsistencies. And the business metrics? They're really compelling. A recent survey of over 3,400 business leaders found that 88% of early adopters of this kind of agentic AI, that just means AI that can perform tasks on its own, are already seeing a positive return on investment. And get this, over half are reporting direct revenue gains of 6 to 10%. But, and this is a huge but, for any serious professional use, This privacy distinction is absolutely critical. The type of Google account you use really matters. Free personal accounts state that your data might be reviewed by human reviewers at Google, which makes them completely unsuitable for confidential client material. Paid Google Workspace accounts, on the other hand, give you enterprise-grade privacy where your data is not reviewed and it's not used to train models. And this brings us to what I think is the most important idea of all, the meta strategy that changes everything. See, NotebookLM isn't just a tool. It's a platform for creating an entire army of specialized, loyal AI assistants that you build yourself. I mean, think about it. With general AI chat, you start from scratch every single time. You have to re-upload the documents, you have to re-explain all the context. It's just this temporary conversation. With NotebookLM, each notebook becomes a permanent, focused expert. Your marketing specialist, your financial analyst, your legal aid. And it gets smarter and more valuable the more you use it. This creates a brand new, essential skill that people are calling corpus architecture. Your value is no longer just in finding information, but in carefully curating the perfect library of sources to train your army of experts. The quality of your sources directly determines the quality of your AI's expertise. You know what they say, garbage in, garbage out. So, here's the ultimate takeaway. By grounding AI in your own trusted information, you're not just getting better, more accurate answers. You're building intelligent assets that amplify and scale your own expertise. You're literally turning what you know into a permanent, queryable resource. So the only question left is, what experts are you going to build next?